I am back with an updated VHS collection. I am not quite certain if I am going to include every single VHS I own, but this is going to be more all of my horror, all of my thriller, some of my Halloween-esque type of VHS tapes. And it's mostly because I have a whole bin over there full of all my non horror VHS thrillers, that sort of business. But I'm answering all the comments that I've been getting, which is like 5 that I should do an updated VHS video. So here I am. Let's get into it. Okay, so because I have some tapes behind me that are on display, I'm not gonna pull them off because I have so much little figures up here. But right here, I have the complete box set collection for Nightmare on Elm Street. It's just missing the outer box. Let me move Roman out of the way so you can see, but as you can see it, 1 through 7. Sorry, I had a brain fart and I'm looking right at it. It's a mural of Freddy, so we're going to put Roman back. I have an autographed Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight VHS autographed by Billy Zane himself. I have the blue cover Scream with Drew Barrymore on it. And then I have this custom, the knife is getting stuck, but this is a custom Scream VHS. Oh, let me see. This one I will pull out so you can see it better, but this is a custom, it's an actual VHS that was customized for me with a painted Billy Loomis on the inside. As you can see, it's like a shadow box type deal, but this was custom made by a local artist for me. So we will put that back. And then, let's see, we will start with right here, this top stack that I'm looking at. These are the most recent tapes I have found. And quite honestly, these bottom 3 actually should be in my bag out in the hallway for trade because I own these already, which you will see, but I saved them nonetheless so that I could trade them in for credit for other tapes. So we have Halloween H2O, Halloween the Curse of Michael Myers, and Scream 2. So I'm going to set these aside over here so I put them in the bag in the hallway to be traded in. But these are my most recent finds from the bins. We got, this was sealed, but I had to make sure it didn't have mold. It is Halloween 3. Look at that. It still has a $6.99, the original sticker. Halloween 2. These are all I didn't have. I was surprised I found these. The Faculty. This I'm going to eventually toss or at least find the replacement tape for it because as you can see, it is broken, but I'm using it as a placeholder for now. We got the 90s live action Tim Burton Frankenweenie movie. We got Stephen King's Cat's Eye. And we got 200 Cigarettes. I believe this is still out of print, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't really keep up too much with that sort of stuff. So we have that, and we are going to move this light. And one of my new Shadow High dolls is going to sit up here. So that way, there we go. She's balanced. This whole little cart thing is pretty stacked. I should have moved these all out of the way before I made this tape, and then it won't be 500 hours long. But there's probably at least 20 movies in each of these tiers, and I can't roll it because if I roll it, this thing will probably break. These aren't the most sturdy little carts from Michael's. But maybe we'll do this one last because it's a little bit more that way, and we will do these little guys. This, which you've already seen, and most of these you have seen, some of them you haven't. And I think last year I picked up at least, I was weird and I wrote down every single tape I found last year. So we will start with, as you can see, as I said, I already have Scream 2, so we have Scream 2. Putting these back is going to be a nightmare. One variation of Scream with the original like movie poster. We got Scream 3, the widescreen edition. We got this one I actually totally found at the bins. I remember it's Fright Night. Underworld. This was another bin find. I pretty much remember where I got almost all of these from. Valentine. Backlot Murders. I actually paid $3.99 for this at a video store that's here, a local video store. I should go back there. It's been quite a while. We got the clear case of The Ring. 7 days. We got Christine. I'm going to try to go through these a little bit faster. Some of these I'll stop on some of them. American Psycho. Queen of the Damned. I'm not even putting these in here right. Urban Legend. Amityville Horror Remake. Oh, I remember finding some of these. Pumpkinhead. Ghost Ship. You know what's funny is Ghost Ship, Urban Legend. I'm going to pull out some that I haven't shown. Urban Legend. And 13 Ghosts. Out of the like the early 2000s, late 90s like slasher horror movies that we got, these have become the most common in the genre to find. So they're not, if you're looking to start, these are so cheap. I find these all the time. Like I picked up probably last year, I picked up, thought this movie 13 times in a bin. This one like another 8. This one like another 16 times. So these are super common. They're not, yeah. I would say they're like the Forrest Gump of the horror VHS. Scavenger hunt, I guess we could now call them. Okay, continuing on. Jason Goes to Hell. The Shining. Again, I already own it, so this is why I have Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. I own it, and again, I already owned it. Halloween H2O. These already I all own, so the other copies I have are just being traded for. We have Warlock. Jeepers Creepers is getting up there and super common, not worth very much. We got Carrie. Some of these are dusty. I need a Army of Darkness. Where's my little, I had a little dust rag. We got, these two are getting up there. Blair Witch and Blair Witch 2 is like super, super common to find. Dime a dozen. I've probably found these like last year combined like 20 times, 10 each. I can't save them all, but those. Why did I not put these back? These are great stands to have, but they are a pain in the ass to put your tapes in. Just so you know. That's why I went with this little thing. Plus, they're hard to find. We got Candyman, Farewell to the Flesh. We have Stephen King's It. I'm so glad I found that in the singles. I'm going to regret not putting these back. We have In the Mouth of Madness. I love when I find them with those stickers on them. Shadow of the Vampire. Again, if you watch the new Nosferatu, you need to watch this one. You'll love it. Wes Craven's Carnival of Souls. We have the original Fog. Candyman. Interview with the Vampire. I thought that one was still sealed. The Fun House. This one was a bin find I refound semi-recently. Ghoulies. Please don't fall. We'll do a little ASMR. That would also be considered ASMR. As you can see, it's rewound and mold free. See, I told you I'd regret not putting these back. Halloween Resurrection. We already showed you 13 Ghosts. We have the Omen. Sleepy Hollow. The Lost Boys. Ghost Story. Some of these I have to like tape down because they're a little flappy. Halloween. Dead Alive. Van Helsing. Talk about super common to find, The Exorcist. I think I have this 3 times over, and I probably should just keep only one copy, but this and all the movies are super easy to find. You could probably throw a rock and hit 10 of The Exorcist. We have Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. One of my favorite horror movies of all time, The Changeling. One of my favorite franchises of all time, Hellraiser. Dracula. Another variation of A Nightmare on Elm Street, because it is totally different artwork. I could pull this one out than this one. See? When that goes in the box there, this is just the remastered, mastered and high definition VHS one. Okay, so this first tower is done. And then we're going to go through. I'm going to reach and grab some. Hold on. What was I saying about The Exorcist having it at least twice over? This is the special edition widescreen in a clamshell. We have The Thing. Jaws. This was a more recent find from the bins. We got fear.com. These were like found within the past, what are we, May? 5 months. Asylum of the Damned. I hate these squeeze and shake cases. I don't know why I forgot. I didn't take it out. I'll just throw that. I don't want it. We got Alien 3. Misery Business. Let's see. We have Alice, Sweet Alice. Leprechaun 3, a bin find. Cujo. For the most part, almost every single tape I have purchased was either from Savers before collecting VHS really popped off, and especially horror VHS, and Goodwill before Goodwill decided they weren't going to sell tapes anymore, and they were, horror was like in abundance at the time. But most, like, all of these were like $1 or less, unless I bought it at one of the video stores. Aliens. Alien Resurrection. This was a bin find. Wishmaster. I don't know if this was another bin find. We have Maximum Overdrive. This was the widescreen version of this, and this is Scream, of course, obviously. Bin find. Another bin find. Bram Stoker's The Mummy. This brand new sealed out of a Goodwill bin spellcaster with adamant, still sealed. Another bin find, Buried Alive 2. I didn't even know there was a Buried Alive 2 till I saw that. We got Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed. Warlock Armageddon. Isn't there a third Warlock? Anyway, we have Bringing Out the Dead. This, you could probably throw a penny and hit 100 of these. The Cell. We have Idle Hands. This was found at Savers for, not Savers, but Goodwill, $1.99. I forgot to take the sticker off. And this is what I mean by the video store. I still have the $3 price tag on this one. This is The Omen 2. Village of the Damned. These are all going to fall again. Night of the Living Dead. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. The original Psycho. The Fly. Tremors. Mothman Prophecies. What Lies Beneath, one of my favorite thrillers. Don't Say a Word. And out of that pile, again, I told you I had like this copy 3 times over. The Exorcist and Dressed to Kill. Okay, we shall go through this. Oy, please don't fall out. We have the second tower because I only have 2 of these towers. Let's hope none of these fall out, or I can at least get them back in. We'll start from the bottom. We got End of Days, and I think there's something, I like when they come with like little stuff on the inside and you find them, because this has a film cell, or I forgot, no, it's not a film cell. What is, oh, something to do, you log in and you play a game and you use this to, you know, see through something. Anywho, End of Days. This is a pretty messed up copy of Stephen King. Sometimes they come back, but it's not like I'm running across, where is it? It's not like I find it as much as I find The Exorcist. So I'm holding on to it as a placeholder like I am The Faculty. But the tape it's in there and it's fine. The case is just bleh. Looks like a baby puked on it. But anyway, back down there you go. We have a Are You Afraid of the Dark? Ghostly Tales. And this is what's cool. It's the orange case. I was like, oh my god, it's not around. But yeah, it's an orange cassette. And we have The Haunting. Cube 2. I don't even own Cube 1. This makes me want to go to the bins. I haven't been in like over a week. Get back in there. That's what she said. We have Final Destination. We got Wes Craven's Don't Look Down. This was a bin find as well. Why am I still holding out? We got Vamp on VHS. I found this in a bin too. Scooby-Doo, Alien Invaders. Get back in there. Okay. We have Frankenstein, the TV movie. This was, again, I found it at the video store, $4. We got the original Alien. I need to rewatch these. We got a Psycho 2. Oh my gosh, another super, super common one. House on Haunted Hill. I find this all the time. But I don't need 20 copies. But apparently you need 3 copies of The Exorcist. John Carpenter's Vampires. Filmed here in New Mexico. That is a fun fact. We have Spiders. This was a crazy bin find. Jeepers Creepers 2. Ugh, I'm going to be mad at myself for not putting these in right. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Look at that shine, though. Just, ooh, fancy. The actual new movie, I saw the trailer, looks decent. I would actually go watch this. I am parched. Give me 1 second. We got Disturbing Behavior, Hocus Pocus. This is not going to be the only time you see Hocus Pocus in my collection. Perfect Blue on the VHS, horror anime. Edward Scissorhands, Steel Sealed, and this is not going to be the only time you see Edward Scissorhands in my collection. Beetlejuice, again, this will be not the only time you see this in my collection. And for some reason, Monster Squad is super hard to find, and I found it years ago for 99 cents at Goodwill because I knew I wanted it, and I'm glad I got it. We got The Craft. Oh my gosh, this movie, again, this is another extremely common one. Talk about common. This is not, we have Addams Family Values and the Addams Family. Love them both, but dime for 20. Practical Magic. Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. I love the Scooby-Doo movies. Don't judge me. My Boyfriend's Back. Great horror comedy. Love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You know, I love the show. I love the movie. We have The Frighteners with the little cool lenticular cover. Scooby-Doo. We have Scooby-Doo Meets the Boo Brothers. Rocky Horror Picture Show. An American Werewolf in London. I'm starting to find that more frequently. I found it, but it was the last time I found it, the tape had mold in it. We have Innocent Blood. This was a bin find. There was one day I was at the bins and there was nothing but VHS tapes, and it was just me, and I was just swimming, literally swimming in VHS tapes, and I found so many, including Innocent Blood that day. Stigmata, super common, and I think I have both variations of Stigmata. The covers are, the artwork is different. Cutting Class, Brad Pitt horror movie when he was a wee little baby. Lord of Illusions, Clive Barker, one of my favorite horror authors and creators and designers. Star of Echoes. The Blockbuster Presents edition of Halloween. Blade. Yeah. Blade 2, but it completely fell out and I don't want to pull it. Vampires, Los Muertos with, where is he? Right there. Bon Jovi. Dawn of the Dead. I remember finding this in a bin. We have that. The Others. Swim Fan. The Hitcher. The original one. And last but not least, in this tower, Darkness Falls. So let's go to the one behind me. Not quite exactly sure how we're going to do this, but I'm a little parched. Okay. So I guess this is going to be a mixture of, again, all my horror, thrillers, erotic thrillers. So we'll just start from the back and work our way this way, because again, I can't roll this thing any closer towards me because the wheels will fall off because of how heavy it is. So we got Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's got Becoming Part 1 and Becoming Part 2 from season 1. It's literally the only Buffy VHS I ever found. We got what, Marilyn Manson, Dead to the World. Let me just, Un Momento. Okay, so I just reached back and pulled the ones that I couldn't reach. So we got A Whisper to a Scream. An actress shouldn't have to die for her part. Again, erotic thrillers. Put it back. Fallen Angel. Look at the shine. I like when they do that. I found this for $8 at the video store. Again, with that previous movie I found, but I used my store credit. We got a Backstab. I believe this has... Who is in here? I don't remember. But anyway, Backstab. Body Chemistry. Been fine. Take a shot for every time I say been fine. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Serpent's Lair. She hunts to mate and mates to kill. The Red Shoe Diaries, and this stars... Hey, Billy Worth is the guy from The Lost Boys. So got that. We have Whatever Happened to This Guy, I don't know, but I had a major crush on him when I was like younger, super younger than I am. I need to watch this. Antonio Sabato Jr. in Wolverine. They picked the wrong place and the wrong time to betray with the wrong man. That makes no sense unless I read that wrong. They picked the wrong place and the wrong time to betray with the wrong man. Okay. Anyway, Wolverine. Let's see. I'll just read the back real quick. I'm going to digress for a second. Harry leads a double-life college professor by day, ex-Navy SEAL with a license to kill by night. When a group of international terrorists cross the line by kidnapping his 10-year-old son, Harry becomes caught in a war between a ruthless drug cartel and the United States government. But what these terrorists don't realize is this war is personal. Now, somewhere, somehow, someone is going to pay with their life. I mean, it sounds like Commando to me. But anyway, I will watch it because it has Antonio Sabato Jr. in it. So, okay. Jill the Ripper. She's America's most wanted serial killer, starring Dolph Lundgren. Again, I pretty much would watch anything with Dolph Lundgren in it because back then, it's easy on the eyes. $4 at the video store. Okay. Whispers in the Dark. Deception, betrayal, seduction, murder. Her life depends on every word. Again, thriller. Lower Level. 2 players, 1 building, no rules. Yeah, something I would totally watch. Look. So cool. And then we got Diary of a Sex Addict. Starring Rosanna Arquette. I like her. I like the movie she's in. This used to be a Blockbuster title. I definitely found this in a bin. Oops. Thought I was running out of room. Guess not. I can still put a tape there. Anywhoosies. So, we got the blue variant of Scream, but with Neve Campbell on the cover. Sydney. Got that. Again, another copy. Different from the sealed one of Edward Scissorhands. We got Revenge of the Creature. I was so happy when I found this inside a Goodwill. I had to pay $1.99 for it, but I freaking love this movie. One of my favorite movies of all time. I Married a Witch. Phantom of the Opera. And last but not least, on this stack, The Ghost and Mrs. Muir. I like these kind of stories. So fun. So we'll put all of those back. Actually, we need to put these 2 back here on the side where they can go. And then we're just going to go through the front. Give me 1 second. Okay, we're going to go through these. And these have been some of my favorite finds ever. From like, whether I've had them for a while or whether I recently found them. But we got Creature from the Black Lagoon, one of 3 of my favorite Universal monsters. We got the Creature. Bride of Frankenstein would be the other one. My other favorite Universal monster. And the third would be Dracula, but I do not own Dracula on VHS. It's still on my to buy. Again, we are going to... I don't know why these are together. It kind of makes me mad. I bought this with credit from the video store. $6.66, but it is Hellraiser Inferno. I'm trying to collect all the Hellraisers on VHS and on DVD. I'm getting there. Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. I found this in a bin. Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. Also from a bin, Freddy versus Jason. We got one of my favorite remakes, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and the other blue variant copy of Scream, but with Courtney Cox on the cover. Gale Weathers. We have The Crow, one of my favorite movies ever. If you were there that day at the bins, then you know. If you know, you know. It was the same day I found Ghoulies, but underneath a Christmas tree, there was like 4 VHS tapes. One of them was this, and the literal gasp that I gasped. If you were there, you know. If you know, you know. There was one person that was there. The literal gasp I gasped when I found this. I was so happy. A Slumber Party Massacre. Now all I need is Slumber Party Massacre 2, because the second one is my favorite. But the literal gasp. The literal gasp. I pretty much probably scared my friend Johnny. Yeah, Slumber Party Massacre. I was so stoked. And let's see, we'll do a little. It is in there. Mold free, and it's, you know, it's got that patina to it. This came from Pick a Flick Video in Gallup, New Mexico. I told you I love all these little stickers. So I was so stoked when I found that. And then we got Bride of Chucky. I found this in the bin as well, underneath the Christmas tree. It's missing, but still, it's got that, you know, worn look to it. If you're a VHS collector, you get it. You get it. You get the like worn look. It adds to it. It adds value, and by value, I mean value that, you know, you treasure it more. Daughter of Darkness. I found this. I bought that with my store credit at the, I think I just bought this outright at the video store. Shadow Dancing. This was one of the tapes that I found when I was swimming in the tape full of bins. It's opening night and A Deadly Memory is about to make its debut. Like, this is one of those ones I really need to get to watching because I still haven't watched it. And just look at the back, the little pictures. And the main character's name is Jessica, so I definitely need to watch this. I'll just read you the premise. Maybe you can tell me if I should watch it now or later. In the dark reaches of an old theater lies a sinister presence that has been waiting for 50 years. When a young dancer named Jessica, I told you, auditions for a dance company, the ghost of tempestuous Lily Lanotte, or Lanotte, I have no idea how to pronounce it, has found its perfect victim. At first, Jessica finds it difficult to keep up with the dazzling and innovative company. But then something inexplicable takes place. Not only do Jessica's abilities improve, but she begins to undergo a bizarre personality change that starts reliving the dangerous life of the seductive Lily. Lily's former lover realizes what is happening, but can he stop the tragedy from occurring again? Prepare yourself for a harrowing journey into the frightening world of the supernatural. Shadow Dancing. The fear begins when the lights go on. 1988. Runtime 100 minutes. See, I told you this I need to watch this sooner rather than later. And then Phantom of the Opera. I love Phantom of the Opera, one of my favorites of all time. And then, because it's right here and loosely, another find from the bin, we have a Dolly Dearest. Let me prep the next one. Give me 1 second. Okay, I had to pull them all out because this is harder to get to from the second row. Okay, we got The Mystery of Rampo. So provocative, the censors banned it. So powerful, it came true. Erotic, intriguing. Basically an Asian erotic thriller. So again, you know, pretty something that's totally up my alley. We have Jade. Some fantasies go too far. We have that. A young James Spader. Anything with a young James Spader, I'm sold on. Dream Lover. I need to, again, that's another one I needed to watch. I just wish I had it on DVD. Sometimes I wish I had these on DVD. I'd watch them faster because Illicit Dreams, starring Shannon Tweed, Jane Simmons' wife, which is not the only Shannon Tweed movie I got. We got Scorned, again, woo, Andrew Stevens and Shannon Tweed, and they both have Andrew Stevens and Shannon Tweed, and I am just all thumbs. So we have Illicit Dreams and Scorned. You know, going through all these just makes me want to go to the bin, like I said, because I haven't been in a while. And that is because they haven't been that good. We got One Night Stand with A. Martinez and Ali Sheedy. We have Blood Ties. Only revenge is sweeter than blood. A vampire myth juxtaposed with hip young motorcycle riding sexy action. I'm sold on that. Blood Ties. We got Snow Queen. Look at that. I like that little shine on that. Let's see if I can get these back where they go without messing stuff up. Yay. We have To Die For, a vampire flick. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Blown Away with Corey Feldman, Corey Haim, and Nicole Eggert. We have those. I recently just went through all these to make sure that they were all rewound and all mold free, so we're okay at least for another year. Because I check them periodically. You never know. I live in the desert. I don't have to worry much about that. We got The Paperboy. Come on. Okay. We got Rock and Roll High School. The Butterfly Effect. Once Bitten. And another Addams Family. So we'll just put these all in here. Come on. Come on. I'm sorry. Okay. In this front row, we got Salem's Lot. Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2. We have Corey Haim with The Watchers. We got the Carrie remake. I think this is the 90s, right? 2002. I lost the sleeve to this, but this is the Psycho remake. It's behind this whole thing, so maybe I'll find it now. Another one that I've been finding a lot more frequently, Dracula 2000. I really like this version of Dracula. I'll watch anything Dracula. The Crow, Salvation. The Crow, City of Angels. The Grudge. The Pool. This was a bin find that I was, swimming in that day. Exorcist 3. Wicked Dreams. This one is, it's a Ridley Scott movie. And what's cool is it is yellow. I like when they're yellow or any sort of color, actually. It's fun. And then last two on this row, we have Witchery with Linda Blair and David Hasselhoff, a horror movie that I got for $8 in credit, and Dead of Night. So that is the second shelf. So let me get the third one ready. Okay, last but not least, the final shelf. We got this Casper movie that I found. It's cool because it glows in the dark and it's see-through. We have Casper. What do we got back here? We got another Edward Scissorhands, the clamshell version. I told you we'd have more than one. We got Winnie the Pooh and Frankenpooh. We got Addams Family Reunion. Only available on VHS. Hocus Pocus clamshell, but It is a balloon. I told you that we'd have more than one Hocus Pocus. And then, let me put that back down so it'll hold. We got, what is this? That was stuck. Sorry, I'm stuck. We got these three back here. We got the Halloween tree, Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf. So those will try to stick back there. Where they go? We got Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas Special Edition. I have more than one of these. We have Casper, The Haunted Mansion, and I think this is blue as well. No, it's not. But we have The Haunted Mansion. We have Beetlejuice Clamshell. I told you there's more than one. And we have this Nightmare Before Christmas. So we have all of those. Let me put these back down where they belong. Scoot over. Clamshells take up so much room. I try not to collect them if I can help it anymore because I'm slowly. Oh man, I forgot to get that other thing back. Okay. In the front of that shelf, so I could put these back where they go, we got Legend, one of my favorites of all time. We have one of my other favorite movies of all time, Valley Girl, like totally. We have Pretty in Pink. We got my favorite comedies of all time, Wayne's World and Wayne's World 2, Part Time. Excellent. So let's put these back. We got this is like such a random. We have this movie with Molly Ringwald called Malicious. We have one of my favorite thrillers of all time with Goldie Hawn, Deceived. We have Poison Ivy. We got Go. I really want to watch this movie. I haven't seen it in so long. We have The Curve. Keanu, favorite. This is a good movie with James Spader. We got a demo tape of Teaching Mrs. Tingle. We got Loser, one of my favorite rom-coms from the 2000s. I really like this movie. And hot take that this is better than Mean Girls, Jawbreaker. And that is it from this bottom. We're not done. I forgot. So these are other recent pickups that I forgot that I was sitting right in front of. So let's see what we got here. I need to find room for these. We have Dial Help, an erotic thriller. She got what someone wants and will kill to get it. So we have Dial Help. This weird random movie that I found, The Linguini Incident with Rosanna Arquette and David Bowie. Promotional copy. That's what it looks like. Let me read you the back. The Linguini Incident stars Rosanna Arquette, who's waiting tables at Dally's, a restaurant for the terminally trendy. While she gets her act together as a Houdini wannabe, David Bowie stars as a suave, mysterious bartender who may be a secret agent, human cannibal, or a pathological liar. He's desperate to marry someone, anyone, by Friday or else. Co-starring Marley Matlin as a cashier who delivers caustic I can't read today, I'm sorry. Caustic one-liners in sign language. Esther something as a designer of killer lingerie, and Buck Henry, Heaven Can Wait, and Andre Gregory, My Dinner with Andre, as the flamboyant restaurant owners. The Linguini Incident is a stylish all-star comedy romp that is deliciously off-kilter as the menu at deli. Huh, interesting. Again, I'm a huge David Bowie fan, so this was such, like, didn't hesitate to buy. I never heard of this one. It's Prayer of the Roller Boys, and it has Corey Haim and Patricia Arquette, another Arquette, and this is his promotional use only. It's a demo copy. I'll read you the back. In this lightning-paced sci-fi thriller, teen star Corey Haim is a young hero fighting to keep himself and his younger brother alive. Shattered and bankrupt, America has been overwhelmed by the onslaught of violence, designer drugs, and inner-city warfare. Rising from the ashes to take control is the seductive and deadly new paramilitary gang called Roller Boys. Teamed with a sexy young undercover agent, Patricia Arquette, Haim enters the sinister underworld of the Roller Boys, where only he can halt their fiendish plot. As the gang's final solution is revealed, the world teeters on the brink of a terrifying new age. Wild. So basically, it's like a post-apocalyptic roller blading movie. Look. Wild. Anyway, I had to get it. And I'm parched. Give me 1 second. My voice is cracking. Okay. Hard to Die, full-length screening copy. Hard to Die is a female die-hard full of thrilling stunts and explosive drama. Non-stop action and wall-to-wall women from the first frame to the last, merging the two most successful home video genres. Wild. I don't know. Look at the back of this. It looks so crazy. Like, I don't know. There's not really a plot to it. Hard to Die. It's a female Die Hard, and I like Die Hard. Okay. Dangerous Game. Another. It's toting itself as Dangerous Game is Die Hard set within a department store. Again, look at the cover. Look at the artwork. I was sold on the artwork for a lot of these. Slipping past the surveillance systems of a cavernous department store, a computer whiz kid and his friends break in, then find that they can't get out until the next morning. But when one of the group is brutally murdered, they realize they aren't alone. They're being tracked down like animals by a maniacal cop with a demented vendetta against one of the unsuspecting boys, and a twisted lust for one of the terrified girls. Stalked from floor to floor, fighting for their lives, the kids' night of innocent fun explodes into an unspeakable nightmare of a deadly, dangerous game. So basically, it sounds like Die Hard meets Chopping Mall. Rad. My voice is still cracking. We have Timothy Daly in Mirrors, another screener. It says the dancer's life is difficult, but there are many opportunities to meet interesting and interested men. Just as Karen money runs out, her roommate drags her along to a Broadway show audition. Her sensual dancing lands her a coveted role in the chorus line, where she is paired with the handsome Gino in a hot onstage dance number, and their desire explodes into steamy offstage sex. Chris arrives in New York to discover her affair, and he doesn't understand her wild lifestyle or her Broadway gypsy roommates. Karen has to choose between the dance career she's always yearned for and the one man she's truly in love with. Mirrors. Sold. Detroit Rock City. We all know Disco Sucks. Creep Show 2. And Frankenstein. And that is it. That is it. I decided I am going to pass on showing that entire bin that I have over there, because I'm looking at the runtime of this and it is already almost 50 minutes, 48 minutes. But any whoosies, thanks for listening to me yap about my tapes. Hopefully I will find something else to yap about in the near future. But anyway, toodles.